Currency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com.
We are live. Welcome to the Market Update Show. I'm your host, Bill Noble. This show is brought to you by tokenmetrics.com. If you need a roadmap in crypto or the metaverse, and you need to make money in crypto or the metaverse, tokenmetrics.com is the place. This YouTube channel, which has been all over this move, like, subscribe, and tell your friends and family over Thanksgiving. We are going to blow through 100,000 subscribers thanks to you. Thanks to you. Nicholas, welcome. First on the stream. Mimic 56, Crypto Caribbean, Clint, Michael, Taz, Michael, K, Carrie Moss, welcome. Welcome to the show where we get the sector right, the coin right, and the trade and sector rotation right. You're like, what's sector rotation? Stay tuned. All I know is this. I am happy today because I, along with you, the audience, and interacting with you, we all together nailed this thing. So if you've been here for a while and you were here when I was talking long metaverse, short DeFi, little did I know it was long metaverse, short everything. But if you were here for that, I thank you. I thank you. If you made money in Sandbox or you made money in the metaverse, I thank you. And if you just got here, I thank you. Thank you for your viewership. You stay right here. Because to be perfectly honest, between the human analytics, the artificial intelligence, and the ranking system, somebody show me a YouTube channel that got this move more right than we did, right? Because it's easy, okay, to get long something at 20 cents and hodl for 2 years. It's harder after that thing is 3x to buy the dip and catch a 50, 60, 100% move. So I am here for you. I am here for you, right? And coming soon, I am going to mix this affability and accuracy one day with that thing you see on my Twitter, which is Notorious Bill. Notoriously nice and helpful to you. All right. Rosa, Jay, thank you for the kind words. All right. I am going to try to take as many questions as I can. This has to be a short live stream because of the holiday. But I believe at 1 p.m. Eastern time, we are going to be doing a massive Black Friday special live stream, along with a massive Black Friday discount code for the thing that helped you make money in crypto, which is tokenmetrics.com. Follow us on Twitter at tokenmetrics Inc. to make sure you get any announcements about that live stream. So without any further noise, let's jump in to your market update. Welcome to the rotation game. This is popular in equities. Now that institutions are involved in crypto, there is a new game in town. It's called, what do you want to be long and what do you want to be short? Obviously, what we want to be long is the metaverse, but there may be sector rotation going on inside the metaverse trade. Stay tuned for that. But being long one thing and short another, or buying the dip in stuff that's down and taking profits in stuff that's up, maybe something you can do at the same time. Okay, let's talk about ETH. The good news for the metaverse trade is no one's interested in ETH right now. And normally that would be a bummer, but I'm not upset about it. I'm not. ETH is basically pinned at 4,200. This has happened 2 other times. So if ETH took off and went to 6,000, I'd be okay with that. But that might not be good for the metaverse trade because it's pretty obvious people are taking profits in stuff that's been up all year, and institutions are FOMOing hard into metaverse projects, right? Sandbox up 40% with ETH and Avax down means that this is not the trade probably for the rest of the year. All right. Now let's go to total 3. Altcoin market cap. Resistance at 1 trillion again. Probably because the big layer ones and everything except Phantom got sold to buy the metaverse. Here's a radical idea, because after all, radical ideas have been working. Here's a radical idea. What happens if the metaverse trade gets so big that it actually drags the whole rest of the market up with it? Let's look on the bright side, right? What happens if this metaverse thing just keeps going and going and going and going? Think about it. Okay, now we're diving into the small coins. Yesterday, somebody was commenting on Gala. So what happened yesterday? Gala went through support at 36. It came back down to 36. It held, and then what did it do? Exploded today. This is the pattern, right? Something breaks out, comes back to resistance, back to support, boom. Okay, Gala, the upside target could be as high as 60 cents. Maybe you get a dip tomorrow because, this rotation game, it's rest of the market down, metaverse up. Rest of the market back up, metaverse profit taking. So if you get the dip in Gala, consider it. Right? Now, Elrond, a classic example of what happens when something gets overdone, right? Gala takes out, Elrond takes out resistance at 466, heads for a Gann line at 526, and then comes off. Now, Elrond may wind up holding at 466, but as trades go, this is probably overdone, and the easy money has been made. So it's not that there's anything wrong with Elrond. It's just that there may be a better place to put capital. Now, Avax, a little shocking, although not really, that, Avax came back down below support at 124. So there was a lot of FOMO in this, and I really did think it was going to 150. But the good news is you got a dip, right? They wash everybody out who FOMO'd in. And then eventually, I think this will stop probably at either 110 or 100. Guessing 110, right? So if you missed it, there's nothing wrong with Avalanche. If you get the dip or you've gotten dips before an Avalanche, you've been paid to take a look at it. So not investment advice, do your own research, etc. But Avalanche on a dip is something worth looking at. Now, as you heard all day yesterday for 60 minutes, Phantom, okay, what has been the pattern all year? Resistance, consolidation right below resistance, get the dip below resistance, and then when it goes, it really goes. Phantom looks like one of these layer 1 solutions that really wants to take off. It kind of came out of nowhere yesterday, and I'm guessing if it takes out 2.5, it can go to 4. If it doesn't take out 2.5, well, then I guess it'll just sit there. But the overall idea of grabbing stuff just below resistance has been the way to tactically navigate this market. Polkadot still hanging in there at $38. That's the 38% retracement. Don't forget about interoperability. That theme is going to hit the tape all at once. Like you're just going to look at it and go, oh God, Polkadot. Oh God, Polka City. Oh God, Cosmos, right? Think about it. It's not going away. And even though the market's down, you have to think of the market being down as an opportunity in high quality names. This is also a reminder of what I've been saying, that you want to be in higher quality coins. So if there is a correction, you lose 5%, not 30. Near Protocol, really annoying price action on top of $9.20, right? It was down, it was up, you thought it was going, now it's back to 920. The more difficult it is to get involved in Near Protocol, near 920, most likely the higher and faster it's going to go when and if it breaks out. So I know everybody is looking for a Metaverse moon coin right now, but layer ones may make a comeback if there's profit taking in the Metaverse. Again, a theme that me and Forrest have on our streams: buy on red. Look at coins when they're down. Okay, Elron covered that. Illuvium, play for ETH. Classic example, right? Sits on support, moons up to 1689 or close. Now, frequently, when everybody's in a hurry to take profits in front of the 1689 resistance, that can mean that Illuvium may see dip buyers, right? We have done fundamental research on this. We liked it, okay? And again, what are you doing on dips in Metaverse, gaming, and NFT coins of higher quality? What are you doing? You're looking at them on dips. Traders taking profits allow investors a chance to get in. Now, Axie Infinity, hello. This thing woke up after bouncing off a GAN line. Okay, Santa Claus is coming to town. Gaming is back, and Axie Infinity has bored everyone to death and could make a monster new high. Remember, all of these other Metaverse coins are climbing up the market cap chart, and that could push Axie Infinity up because, again, if Sandbox and Decentraland, etc., can moon, then Axie Infinity can take off. Now, it may not look like the last uptrend, but that doesn't mean it can't go up 40%. Crypto.com. Oh, my God. This thing is sitting at resistance at 93 cents, and it is not even flinching. Last time I saw something like this was oil service companies back in 2004 when oil went to 140. These things would just go up to a chart point and sit there. Everyone's waiting for a dip. It never comes, and boom, it's gone. Crypto.com feels like that kind of momentum trade. I think if you have missed it, you don't FOMO in, all right, unless it breaks out above 93 cents, or you just wait, because it might break out and then come back down again, right? Remember, nothing outperforms forever. What is the title of this stream? The rotation game. So if you missed Crypto.com, okay, you missed it. So did a lot of other people. But you can either buy a breakout above 93 cents or wait for it to break out, then get a dip, then go with it. Matic, down today. I'm not discouraged. Okay, this whole idea of feeless transactions, lowering transaction costs may permeate throughout the entire market, according to the Token Metrics Research Department. Yet another reason to subscribe to our sponsor, tokenmetrics.com. Matic, layer 2 for ETH. Could it go to 3? Yes. Is this the sexiest play in the market right now? No. But it could be an addition to a portfolio if you want upside exposure without massive downside risk, all right, or ridiculous downside risk. It can be useful to put in a stop with Matic and go with it if it goes higher. Okay, Chili's, an NFT play, very interesting that it's up today. Okay, resistance is not until 58 cents. I would pay attention to anything today that's in the green when the market is down. Old trick I learned from Crypto Dog on Twitter. Just find out what's up when the market's down, and that is where you should be. Or at least that's where you should be what? Researching. Okay, I give you coins, all right? I have confidence when I put up a chart that this is something that you should be looking at. Okay, but at the end of the day, it is your money. It is your money. So make sure you do your own research. Now, let's talk about research. This is a market cap chart. We're looking at market cap 23 through 35. All right, so it's just the market cap listings from, CoinGecko. So Axie Infinity is up there at number 23 with a $9 billion market cap. Sandbox just eclipsed FTX, okay, near 6.8 billion. So let's take a deep breath. FTX is out there buying Formula One race cars. So Metaverse Sandbox is now bigger than FTX. Now I'll give you a hint. When I saw that, I was like, maybe it's time to get some money off the table. I would love to tell you that Sandbox is going to 30, but I'm not going to do that because that's what the rest of YouTube does. And if everyone's doing the same thing, it's what? Wrong. We're not going to do what everyone else is doing. We're going to do it before everyone else does it. And then when they all pile in, we're going to rotate to the next trade. So Sandbox is at 33. Decentraland is at 31. Now, my guess is that these two coins can press all the way up to where Axie Infinity is at 23. So yes, I do want to take some money off the table, but this trade may not be over. And if Sandbox and Decentraland start pushing up to where Axie is, there can be other metaverse coins, right, that start pushing up to where Sandbox is. What are those coins? Well, don't go anywhere. Trust Swap, a possible case of the bigger the base, the higher in the space. Everything in DeFi is getting hit, and this is in the green. Interesting, 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 interesting. This is what SHIB did. The bigger the base, the longer it sits, it's been sitting since June, the higher into space. So could Trust Swap Moon and go from $1.85 to $4.50 based on the bigger the base, the higher in the space theory? Short answer is yes, right? The coin requires further research, but looking at this chart, this can go up. Okay, now, altcoin overtime. That's where I take a drink of water. And I know you're out there commenting, so stay with me because I got to go through these metaverse coins because I've been talking about it. Decentraland. Wow. Right? I redrew this chart, got bold, started talking about 12 and 20 and big upside targets. Let's be chill and start with 6. That's probably the next level. And my guess is that you've got hedge fund forced buying in the market. Why? Well, everything else was down. So they took profits in everything they had, and they are FOMOing in to Decentraland hard. US retail can get involved in this on Coinbase. So my guess is this takes out 6 eventually. Like this could be the next Sandbox in terms of how it starts moving. Now, is this boring? Is this your dad's metaverse because it's on Coinbase? I don't know. I don't care. All I know is this thing's going to approach 6, and if it takes out 6, it's probably going to 12. So if there's going to be a challenger or somebody's going to move up in market cap up to Axie Infinity, it's probably Sandbox, but it may also be Decentraland. Everybody is not paying attention to this coin. I'm telling you. Like all of YouTube was talking about Vulcan Forged. Yeah, that went up. That was a huge trade, but they were all talking about it at the top. Decentraland is probably, in my opinion, nowhere's close to a top. Not even close. Okay, not investment advice. Don't FOMO in on a massive green candle. But if there's an intraday dip, okay, or you just want to get involved, this could be the next big one. Okay, Sandbox. Oh my God. Wow. Now, when you go, oh my God, wow, that's usually time to take some money off the table, right? When you feel like a genius, when other people are telling you like a genius, sell. Just take some money off the table. Is Sandbox going to 12.6? Probably. Probably. Is 8 resistance? Definitely. Now, this green candle is so big, again, you got forced institutional buying in the market. But I would still take half the money off the table in Sandbox, because either you're going to get a dip, you should put it in Decentraland, non-investment advice, or there are other metaverse and NFT plays, or some maybe layer ones where you can take your Sandbox profits and go shopping. That's all a part of the rotation game. Metaverse Index. No need to explain this, folks. Metaverse Index could go from 320 to 688 or even 1100. So if you're using your imagination and you don't want to take profits in Sandbox and you want to be an absolute wild man, which I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't. I mean, my preferred strategy is to pull money off the table when I feel like a genius. But when I look at this chart, I'm like, forget about it. This market is going to do whatever it's going to do, but the metaverse trade is not going anywhere and is probably bigger than people think. The question is, can you get in the right coins and the right sectors within the metaverse? That's why you're going to stay here. That's why you're going to hit the like button. That's why you're going to subscribe, turn on alerts to this YouTube channel. And over Thanksgiving, you're going to tell your friends, dude, you're insane if you're not listening to this guy and looking at what tokenmetrics.com has to say on its website. Speaking of that, looky here. Tokenmetrics.com rankings of metaverse coins. Note that Avax, Yield Guild Games, Vulcan Forged are now ahead of Sandbox. Binamon is below that. Engine Coin and Red Fox creeping up to sort of round out the top rankings. The fact that Avax is at the top and really hasn't done like one of these 50% up moves leads me to believe that could be next. Cube as well. So our portfolio section, which we'll get to in a minute, helps you sort this out. How did I figure out the metaverse trade? How did I do all this research? I've been talking to you for 1 hour a day. Where's it coming from? Well, it's coming from this page. From this page to the charts to you. Okay, now, one other thing to look at tokenmetrics.com is start looking at lower ranked coins that may be trending higher. So we like stuff above 80, true, but what could be next? Illuvium at 78, Starlink at 82, Polka City, don't mind taking a look at it at 68 and trending higher. Boson Protocol. Now, let's take a look at our indices. What are indices? Well, it's artificial intelligence and financial math, takes everything, smushes it all together, kind of like your Thanksgiving plate where you got everything kind of all in pieces, all ready for you to eat. So if you don't want to go through the rankings, check out the portfolios. And what do you know? Yield Guild Games and Decentraland are showing up in Uniswap, not Sandbox. So our AI is rotating out of Sandbox, it looks like. Okay, Binance looks like Avax, Polymath, security tokens, Yield Guild Games, Gala, Avalanche on the dip. Interesting, right? KuCoin, right? Avax, Avalanche, Yield Guild Games, again, along with Gala. These are daily day trader indices, but notice Sandbox isn't there. Okay? So yeah, I think that this whole sector is going to moon. I love Sandbox, but taking some money off the table may not hurt. Moonstarter, cross-chain IDO launchpad. In other words, speculation across multiple chains, breaking out above 18 cents. PLA, blockchain gaming. What did it do? It hit 211, bounced, and went to 378. Again, what is the theme? Things that break out, come back and retest, and things that consolidate below resistance take off. UFO, thank you to the person who brought this to my attention. A highly speculative play. Do your own research, not investment advice, but this is like billed as the dark metaverse. So to the extent that this looks like almost like the Shiba Inu, highly speculative play inside the metaverse. Somewhere in the metaverse, there's a highly speculative SHIB. UFO could be it. Alice, as we said yesterday, bounced off 22, hit resistance at 28. If it goes through 28, it can go much higher. My sense about this is you might want to take profits. Okay, something to consider. Again, if you were in this, rotating out. Okay, Immutable X, ETH layer 2 for NFTs. Hey, it's down today, but it's just below resistance at 8.1. And what should we do sometimes, or what has worked just below resistance? I'll leave it up to you. You've been listening to me for 3 days. YGG, okay, hanging out around 8.5. The old ceiling now appears to be the floor. So if YGG takes off, this could be a very underrated play that you wake up one day and it's a moonshot. Okay, right? It's forming a base. It's starting to break out. And I think this is winding up for a bigger move. Okay, Render token. What's it doing? Sitting on $6. Yes, there was a huge rally. It hit 850. It came off, but it looks like dip buyers are active at 6. So if you missed it and you want to try to get involved, I think you have company on this. Now, don't get upset that you missed it. But if people are still buying the market leaders in a sector, that can mean the sector is still good. Cube, okay, giving you the short version. Wind it up, wind it up, wind it up, wind it up. That's the Elliott wave formation in Cube. This, I think, can go from 19 to 34 at a minimum. Okay, not investment advice, but the next moonshots are still out there. It's the rotation game. Okay, you take something that was way up, you take a little money, and you rotate into something that hasn't moved yet. Okay, double overtime. Vulcan 4 is a classic example of taking profits once everything is all over crypto YouTube. For 3 days, all anybody did was talk about this. It mooned, and then what happened? Retail got trapped up at 30, and it came off. Should you buy the dip in this? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, right? But this is an example. Did you have to rush in? No. If you rushed in when everyone was talking about it, did you get hosed? So if you're listening to this and you're like, oh my God, I missed Sandbox. I better listen to the guy that was talking about it at 2. You know, do I have to rush in right this second? You can wait. Wait a day. If it takes out 8 and dips again, go with that. But the thing is, when you miss out and then everybody on YouTube FOMOs in, it's a recipe for you to get hosed. And the reason why we want you to subscribe to tokenmetrics.com, get our research, get our AI, subscribe to this channel so you can get some killer research for free. If you don't have the money for tokenmetrics.com, we are here for you. Wild, metaverse play, shocking, big green candle, brief dip this morning, back to support at 6, off to the races to 9. Again, what happened when this thing hit 6 the first time a couple of days ago? What did it do? It went down 3 days in a row. And people were like, ah, man, I missed it, or I bought the top, blah, 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 right? No. Consolidation below resistance and stuff that shows up in our rankings is probably an opportunity. And this is yet another example of what happened when you bought the dip below resistance and something that showed up in our rankings, and boom, it's gone. Now, Wax, I didn't take my own advice yesterday. I should have had this in the deck going, hey, let's buy the dip in an NFT play. This thing was sitting down around 72 cents. And I'm like, damn it. I should have had it in the deck because it's up today. What happens if Wax becomes like the crypto.com coin of the NFT universe? Somebody is going to win in the NFT universe altcoin game, right? There's NFTs, and then there's the platform launchpad game. I think you should seriously take a look at Wax. Okay, Avagochi, wind it up, wind it up, wind it up, wind it up. Okay, This thing looks like, it may sit and consolidate, but our AI loves, and so do I, wind it up, wind it up, wind it up. Because when the spring goes and it launches, it goes. And if you can get in or figure out how to buy the dip and put a stop in and be responsible, okay, this looks like another moon candidate. Red Fox Metaverse play, resistance at 26 cents, probably done, but it's showing up in our rankings above 80. So if it's probably done, or it looks like it's done, and it's underneath resistance, but it's not backing off, is it done? Is it? Or is it a dip buying opportunity? Because if it takes out 26 cents, it could go to 51 cents. Starlink, again, sitting right on top of a support point. Starlink, discussions I've heard somewhere, again, total speculation, that one of these games is going to get turned into a movie. Or one of these games is going to become a massive pop culture phenomenon. Okay, monsters in the metaverse, been them on. In our rankings, breaking out above a high, coming back down to retest and bouncing up. Kind of feels like it wants to go to 45 cents if you ask me. Fractionalized NFTs, RMRK, hits resistance. Everybody who FOMO'd in gets washed out, back to possible support at 32. If you're looking at these coins, look at them when they are down. Okay, Haka, FinTech, DeFi, and NFTs also down today, but headed for support at 36 cents. So, again, a speculative play, but a good test. Just if nothing else, just look at the chart and be like, hey, is this theory still working? Because that's part of the rotation game, right? Are we going to rotate through different coins? Is the metaverse going to continue to lead? Yes. Does buying dips on back to support work? Yes. Does consolidation below resistance let you get in early on big breakouts? Yes or no, right? Soul Gaming, all right? A kind of a classic case of a really big dip below resistance. No one liked it. Everyone was like, oh, I give up. Oh, wait, it's coming back. And now it's, oh, shit, I missed it. Takes out 236 and heads probably to 375 by the time it's all said and done. NIF, okay, NFTs and DeFi, consolidating just below 63. Worth a look, right? XDC mainnet, somebody was asking about this yesterday. I am going through coins that you give me. I am trying to give you as much love as I can. Okay, it looks a little bit like a bear market rally, but in the event it's a breakout, it may give you an opportunity to buy the dip. Okay, there will be trades that come up other than the metaverse. Global trade, NFTs and DeFi, layer ones. This is not the end of this rally. It's not the end of the rotation game. It's new to crypto. It's new to you. It's not new to me because I was in equities, but it's new to me in crypto. So don't go anywhere, people. Don't go anywhere. All right? Don't go anywhere. All right? Luna, worth a look. Okay? I'm seeing questions here. Worth a look on a dip. Okay? I thought Star Atlas was going to be the one that could be a movie. Yes, you're correct. Sorry, that's a mistake. Appreciate you looking at me there. Sandbox, about a touch 8. Yes. Forced buying going on in Sandbox. All right. Again, manage your P&L accordingly. Engine Coin looking good today. Mover and Kylan, I will take a look. I will take a look. And I definitely appreciate everybody commenting today. Let me see if I can get Mover, because I think that's Moon River, right? Let me see if I can pull that up, because I know that's a very popular coin. And I'm pulling it up, trying to get the right one that has a deep history. All right, don't go anywhere. All right, I'm going to take a look at what I have here. Now, one thing I want to tell you about something like this is what is trending in the market. Okay. So is this coin trending up or is this coin consolidating? It's consolidating. Now, when something is consolidating, that means, when the market gets hit, it'll get hit a lot. Now, I know Kylan is something that one of our partners was looking at, but overall, all right, if something is going sideways in a market where there are sectors that are mooning, something may be caught in the consolidation phase. Now, that doesn't mean you give up. It doesn't mean you give up, but it means you're going to have to be patient. Okay. Now, someone's asking about Cardano. I know everybody is definitely interested in Cardano, so let me get that up here. Got about 5 minutes left, so I want to make sure I hook you guys up as best I can. Stay with me. I'm bringing it up. All right, here it comes. Here comes Cardano. Okay, so this is a Cardano futures contract, right? So what did Cardano do? Whoops. Cardano exploded here. It exploded again here. But what's it doing? It's coming back to this equilibrium point. That's what I would call it. Probably at $1.40. So at $3, Cardano was going to 50. Wrong, right? This is what I'm talking about in Sandbox. We're probably in that uptrend phase, obviously, but at some point it ends and it retraces. So for Cardano, I'm going to mark it right here on the chart. Cardano's probably got support between 1.4 and 1.5. But again, when it comes to Cardano, right, just like all these other coins that are in consolidation phase, consolidation can sometimes lead to more consolidation. Now, if you want to buy the dip and say, oh my God, this market's going to blow up next year, I want to be long, I get it. But is Cardano going to go back to 3 today? No. But when do you look at Cardano? When it's down. When it's down, right? All right. VeChain, keeping an eye on that. I FOMO'd in at 17 cents and got hosed. So I'm looking for support in VeChain. Chill Money says Bitcoin Cash is up while LTC is down. Let me check that out. One thing about Bitcoin Cash that's interesting, or that I've always found interesting, is that they have smart contracts now. I look at it from time to time on DeFi Llama. All right, let me pull up the chart. Now, I'm not going to pull the chart up, but here's what I can tell you about Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin. I actually like them. It's interesting that Bitcoin Cash is up today. So if the market turns around and goes up, we all know that Bitcoin Cash can melt faces on the way up. Now, unfortunately, when Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin moon, the entire market dumps. Iron Fist, I agree. BCH undervalued and underappreciated for what that coin can potentially do. Okay. GLCH, put it in your notes. All right. I know that somebody else was looking for this yesterday, so I don't want to leave you hanging. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay. This is GLCH on KuCoin. Now you get to watch me do what it is I do in real time to try to make sense of what's happening. Now, one thing I have noticed in the metaverse world is that 50% retracements have been important. So if I'm looking at this, the 50% retracement at $1.56 seems to matter. Seems to matter. They've been hammering this thing down into this support point, and it looks like everybody is in a big hurry to take profits and go home for the holidays. Now, what happens when everyone takes profits in a coin and it doesn't push it below support? So it could go to $1.23, but I'm really intrigued because if the people continue to take profits and this holds $1.50, then it's got potential for another leg. Yes, Rose. I had people asking about this, trying to bring this up. Let me see if I can get Rose up. All right, here we go. I hear you. Where's Rose? What are we doing? Okay. So obviously, I've looked at this before. Obviously, this set of lines is absolutely smashed. And I got to draw something else. Believe it or not, technical analysis is not this magic automated game. That's what's cool about token metrics. We mix art, which is me, and science, which is our sponsor, tokenmetrics.com. Now, what is this an example of? Well, okay, from 15 cents to 40, that's a big move, right? That's a big move. And what's everybody doing? Selling and going home for the holiday. But it's holding at that old high near 35 cents. So during a consolidation phase, if Rose keeps holding, it can have another leg higher. If it takes out 35 and goes below it and can't get back of it, that's it. That is literally how you chart these things. What you want to see is buyers coming in when the ceiling becomes the floor. If the ceiling becomes the floor, there's more. Hey, look at that. That rhymes. That's catchy, right? Come on, folks. Give me some love. Soul coming back. I hope so. I hope so, because the metaverse is not going to perpetually go up with Sol and ETH getting hammered. Got to look at TCP, writing it down right now. We'll take a look at it. Stay tuned with us. VIDT, please. All right. Well, if you asked nicely, I will be glad to help you out. I know everyone asked nicely, but that caught my attention. So let me take a look at VIDT. All right. Getting there. It's coming up. Okay, here it comes. VIDT. Now, generally speaking, when it comes to crypto, I don't like a coin unless it's holding above 62% retracement. Okay. So the 62% retracement in VIDT is $1. So the way I would chart this is to say, if this coin turns around, because right now it looks like they're running stops and pushing everybody out right before a holiday, right? Because who wants to be long or have something get hit right before they got to go on a holiday? Nobody. I know it's just an American holiday, but still. Okay. Now, if it gets back above $1, then it's way more exciting because everyone's been selling it. And if it can turn around and bulls take control, then that's when you go with it. Do you catch the falling knife in this? I wouldn't. I would wait. Not investment advice. But if I held it and you could hold on, then hold on to see if it can hold above this prior low, because it looks like there's support near 85 cents. So if you were going to look to buy this thing, you would look buy it lower on a flush to this support zone. Or if you wanted to get involved or needed confirmation that it was okay, you would get excited above $1. Okay, folks, I got to go. My producer's got to go. All right. He's the one running the show, so I can't keep the show going on. Today, it was my pleasure to help you. Remember, when stuff's up and you've been right, which we have, remember this: bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. So don't be a pig on the metaverse longs. Pay yourself. You can leave a moon bag. You can leave half or 3/4 of a position, but don't be a pig. And remember, rotate, flexibility, okay? Be nimble. Be like water. Tough and fluid. This is the Market Update Show brought to you by tokenmetrics.com. I am your host, Bill Noble. I will see you on Friday. Black Friday, big sale. Join us.